The top free agent out on the market has decided his next home, that being Trevor Bauer. On Thursday, the discussion revolved around Bauer and the New York Mets. Well, on Friday, we found out it was the second horse in the race that ultimately pulled away and won, that being the reigning World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. John Heyman broke the news. Mark Feinsand providing the terms. Bauer getting $102 million over 3 years from LA. He has opt-outs after each of the first 2 years. In 2021, $40 million. In 2022, $45 million. So he will be the highest paid player in the history of Major League Baseball the next 2 seasons as we sit here today. The Dodgers trying to become the first team since the Yankees won 3 straight the turn of the century to go back-to-back and win a second consecutive World Series. Does this signing give you big repeat vibes in LA?
Yeah, you know what it does? It's just kind of like everything that San Diego did early on. We're like, whoa, it's like a punch. It's a punch right in the chest to let them know that we are the beast in the West. And you know what? The Dodgers, even if they didn't make the sign, they're still going in as a favorite, right? They're still going in as the Los Angeles Dodgers, who have done this over and over and over and over the last few years, Dave Roberts and that staff. But now you look at this team and you're like, holy cow. Health permitting. Looking at this club, Stephen, when you're able to go Clayton Kershaw, Walker Buehler, Bauer, Price, Urias. By the way, I haven't even mentioned Dustin May, okay, and Goslin. They have depth. This is not fake depth. This is real depth. And they have real pocketbooks to make this kind of depth.
Kev, they got 3 Cys in the rotation now. Bauer, the reigning Cy Young Award winner in the National League. Kershaw's done it 3 times, and then David Price as well, who elected not to play in 2020, but figures to be a big part of the rotation here in 2021. And we've seen teams, the teams that are going for it anyway, the few that are, they are trying to build out that depth of the pitching staff. And we're seeing now after this news, people putting out the potential 5-man rotation for the Dodgers, and they don't include 2 of the names that you mentioned, Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, or Julio Urias in some instances there. But Andrew Friedman, I mean, you got to do one of these because not only has he built this stable of ridiculous talent, he's also done it with maintaining relative flexibility for the organization, maintaining a top-ranked farm system the last few years, and as guys have graduated, it's fallen down the rankings. But gosh, this team is a juggernaut.
Yeah, you know what he's done so well? He does it without any type of rumor scene going around. Everything's done in-house. And in this world, you know as well as I do, this social media, and you get one guy between you and I, that's how everything starts, between you and I, and it goes off to 42 different things, right? They do a great job of keeping things here. And Andrew Friedman's done that as when he was in Tampa. He's done it ever since he's been in Los Angeles. This is a big market with big checkbooks, and we got the Guggenheims and all of this stuff, the sale of the Dodgers. But you know what they do? They keep it tight. They keep it close to their vest, because when things do happen and things start spreading and then we got rumors and we're talking here, it seems like it doesn't happen. And I don't know why that is, because it is always you walk around winter meetings, it's like, shh, 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 shh. What do you mean we're talking baseball? So what? Stephen Nelson's going to the Padres maybe, or he's going to the Brewers. Who cares? It's always this, all right, I got a meeting. What are we curing cancer? No. But that's the good teams that do these kind of scenes that, like, boom, Trevor Bauer of the Dodgers, Andrew Friedman, congrats.
We are both appreciators of content, and you knew someone like Trevor Bauer was going to come with it to announce a decision like this, a once-in-a-lifetime decision, to be sure, for any professional athlete. And this is what he put out there.
Come April, what matters is this team, this group of players, this group of fans, and the name across our chests. This season is about making sure history remembers us as we wish to be remembered. This season is about adding to our legacy. And I can't wait, Dodger fans.
Good stuff. You know what they had? They had an advantage to the Dodgers because this is a hometown boy. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have spent half of my life on the 405 in traffic, heading north at 3 o'clock to go see Dad. And then spending the night Dad's and heading down to the west side and having to fight traffic during the 7:30 to go see Mom and go to school there. So Trevor Bauer, Hart High School.
That's right.
Same high school I went to in 9th grade in Valencia, California. This is a hometown. You have dreamed to be and play for the Dodgers. I did as a kid. You've grown up going to Dodger games and Vin Scully, so this is the advantage that the Dodgers had to be in this mix at this time. Life's about timing. This was the right timing.
Well said, Kev, because look, I think a lot of fans, they lash out seeing players' salaries across all sports as it is, and so they see these figures and they don't understand it. The word you just said says it all, and that is timing. He took advantage of his situation, winning a Cy Young on the eve of free agency, and now he's reaping the benefits of that. You can't fault him. In fact, you have to tip your cap to him for performing on that stage. So we've talked about the baseball level. At the surface, you love this for Trevor Bauer going home for the things you mentioned. You love this for the Dodgers, as in their bid to repeat. The other layer of Trevor Bauer is the fact that he is a polarizing human. Not just an athlete, a polarizing human. It's one thing to want to crank out content and engage with fans. It's another to take that engagement to a different level. And that is a line that he has stepped over a few times. What do you make of his decision going to LA, given the way he's wired in that standpoint from a business and brand perspective versus Queens, which was the other option?
Yeah, I think this is a hometown decision, and I think that Trevor Bauer is very intelligent. He's very smart crazy, we like to call him. He's detailed in everything he does, but he does step out there, right? He'll put that left toe in that hot water to see, okay, where we at? Now, that's okay. I think West Coast, he'll benefit. There's brand, it's Hollywood, it's LA, it's the Dodgers. He'll be on TV. They're going to be winning. They have a chance to win another World Series and go back-to-back, like you said. I think the East Coast might have eaten him up just a tick on because of the bad performance months. So if you go through a couple starts and you give up 8, and then all of a sudden you pop off by accident, you pop off and be silly, that's when those front pages can eat you up. I played in Boston. It's the same thing, right? When you're great, you're Aerosmith. And when you're not so great, they're booing you. And to get booed at home, it hurts your feelings. That's okay. That's part of what the East Coast patch is about. West Coast, you know as well as I do, you got blue skies, we got the palm trees, we got 5 or 6 beat writers, everything's cool. Yeah. Put your feet up. You know, half of the East Coast writers are in bed by the 5th inning anyways. That's why we don't get a chance to see Mike Trout's last 3 at-bats or 2 at-bats, because you're sitting there sometimes at midnight. So that's where the advantage I go comes from Trevor Bauer being in L.A. also.
All right, so Bauer to the Dodgers, as he has announced. Now you wonder where the Mets go, as going into the offseason, they wanted George Springer, they wanted Trevor Bauer, they wanted JT Realmuto. Now, they didn't get any of those 3. They do have Francisco Lindor, Cookie Carrasco, and a host of other good players, but you wonder how they allocate those resources now.